Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
All right, 3 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. When I was a kid, Robin, one of my brother's friends died. He was riding on the back of a riding lawnmower. And somehow, and I don't know the details, and I probably wouldn't make much difference at this point anyway. And this is, like 50 years ago. But anyway, I remember it was such a. I still see there's still some photographs of him in our stuff, and I always remember that was the story. On the phone, we have a young man who had an accident with the lawnmower also, but he's doing okay. Brendon Wiseley is on the phone. It says here he's a 12-year-old race car driver. He's with David Ragan. I don't know if they're physically together, but they're on the phone at the same time. David, as you know, is a NASCAR driver. They're talking about ways to stay on track to have a safe summer. And there's also mentioned here about the Shriners Hospitals for Children. So let's talk to David Ragan, NASCAR driver, and Brendon Wiseley, also a NASCAR driver. I'm not a NASCAR driver, but a race car driver.
Yes.
And 12 years old, driving a race car. Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
I didn't even drive an actual car. I don't even think I drove a golf cart. At 12. I would be lucky if I even had a bicycle. I did have a bike. David Ragan, Brendon Wiseley, good morning to both of you.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Are you guys together, or are you on two different places?
Yeah, well, we are together. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina this morning.
Well, that's a good place if you're racing cars, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
this is about the best place. Brendon's a dirt track driver, so he likes being out in the Midwest and all those dirt tracks.
Oh, Brendon, what happened? How long ago did you lose your whole leg or up to the knee? What happened?
I only lost my foot.
Your foot, only.
Yes.
Yeah. That's bad enough. What happened? How did that happen?
Me and my brother were riding on a lawnmower and I fell off.
Oh my goodness! And your foot went into the blade?
Yes, sir.
How long ago was that?
Oh, 6 years.
God.
No.
You were only 6 at the time?
No, it was 5 years.
5 years, so you were 7. Boy, your mom and your dad, whoever was around, did you go nuts? Did you pass out? What happened?
No, I was kind of in shock, so I didn't feel anything.
Wow. And you're okay now?
Yes, sir.
How do you, which foot did you lose?
My right leg.
You're right. So as a race car driver, do you have special pedals now?
No, sir. I drive with my right foot.
Oh, you do?
I just have to use my knee instead of my ankle.
Well, we'll tell them you've got a prosthetic leg, so you can go tell them about the Shriners. And
I can do it.
And the Shriners helped you?
Yeah, after the accident, they called my parents and asked them to bring me in for an evaluation, and they measured me for a prosthetic, and they got me one built, and now I'm racing again, playing like any other kid.
Wow. David, are you a Shriner, David?
I am a Shriner, so I've been a Shriner for a few years and a big supporter of the hospitals.
So, and we know the Shriners around here. You guys do an awesome job. It never ends how we're impressed with what you do. So I never knew that you always hear about the burn unit. You don't hear about children who've been injured like in an accident like that.
Yeah, they specialize in a lot of different areas, and burns are one of them. But prosthetic arms and legs are very important. And whether it's an issue at birth or an accident as a kid, the Shriners Hospitals for Children can help you out. And a lot of those accidents can be avoided. And that's what Brendon and I are talking about today. Before the summer gets kicked off, we want to teach some kids out there and enlighten the parents a little bit and just make them aware that there are a lot of, fun activities to do outside, but they can be dangerous. And Brendon's got a great story with his lawnmower accident and, trying to avoid that in the future. He is here and able to walk and still drive his race car, but a lot of those activities can be dangerous, but those accidents can be avoided if you're educated and if you have the right parental supervision.
Yeah.
And David, you're very fortunate to be able to be a mentor to Brendon because in your bio, you were racing since you were 12 also.
That's right. Yeah, Brendon got a little bit of a head start on me. He was racing at a little bit of a younger age, but I started racing when I was 12. I grew up in South Georgia, so I raced at a lot of racetracks in the Southeast. And I can only imagine what Brendon had to go through when he did lose his foot and leg, and had to go through rehab and getting it all ready to go again. And so he's back, good to go, and having a lot of fun. And he's got an aspirations and dreams of continuing and learning more and racing more as he gets older, and having some fun and maybe driving some stock cars later on.
So I know you guys have some more tips, and I also know we have a short interview, so I don't want to take up too much of your time with my dumb questions. What kind of safety tips do you want to pass on to us, to our children? And I don't know who should answer, Brendon or David. What kind of safety tips?
Yeah, well, over the summer, the accidents for kids greatly goes up, just because the temperatures are nice outside, the kids are out of school, a lot of fun things are going on. But if you play it safe around the pool, don't go swimming without some parents or an adult supervision around. Campfires, barbecue grills, cookouts, things like that, they can be dangerous. So be careful around hot objects like that could cause burns or injuries. Outdoor power equipment, lawnmowers, obviously can be dangerous, and you should never operate them or use them at all as a kid. And then parents, just supervising your kids, paying attention to what they're doing. If you're driving your car and pulling in or out of your garage, making sure that you're aware where your kids are at. You don't want to have any accidents. If you have any newborn or infants, you got a car seat. Make sure that car seat's buckled in and tight. So a lot of different things, but it's really just being aware, being aware of your surroundings, and paying a little bit of attention to some common sense things could save an injury or even save a life.
Brendon, when you went to the Shriners Hospital and then you were able to be fitted with your prosthetic, were you able to visit some of the other children that were in some of the other wards to give them encouragement that they would be fine?
Yeah, I've done that a lot over this year now, because I'm the Shriners patient ambassador for this year. So, yeah, I've done a lot in trying to encourage kids not to get off their feet, to go get on their feet and do whatever they want, and they can follow their dreams.
It says here, Brenda, that you're a fifth-generation race car driver. That means your daddy, your granddaddy, his daddy, his daddy, and his daddy, right? That's as far back as cars go.
Yep.
They were racing horses back then. So,
That's right.
1 horsepower.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have a lot of awards on your shelf? And are the awards of your ancestors? Are they in your home still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's the biggest race you've won?
Probably non-wing nationals in my hometown.
Oh, wow.
When you were recovering from your accident, were you able to get emotional support also from others to help you? That must have been absolutely devastating.
Yes, yeah, got a lot, but we always had friends coming up there, and they would always say, you'll be fine, and they kept telling us Shriners will come along because they knew about them, and they just kept on, and we listened to them.
Do you live in Charlotte? Is that your home right there?
No, Sand Springs, Oklahoma, which is Tulsa.
Oh, you live in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you in Charlotte today?
Come up here and do this stuff.
Oh, this is do this stuff, right?
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Have you driven on one of the NASCAR tracks yet?
I got a ride on a NASCAR track at Richard Petty Motor Speedway.
Wow.
Oh, really?
David, when you go to the different Shriners hospitals around the country, how do you keep yourself in check so you can give comfort to others without breaking down emotionally?
Well, it's good to go to the hospitals and encourage the families that are there, and the young kids that have different issues going on, and there's a lot of Shriners around usually that are comforting and giving them encouraging words. But for me to go, it certainly reminds you that accidents can happen. You're grateful for your health, and you really never take anything for granted. So, in any type of profession that you have, you're always consumed, and you're busy with work and meeting goals that you've set and that your team has set, and certainly in our line of work in NASCAR and auto racing, you're traveling a lot. So it is good to go to a few of the hospitals. I've been to 5 or 6 of them across the country, and you always see some young kids and families that are there that are have a great attitude and a great outlook on things, and it is good to see the Shriners Hospitals for Children and the positive impact that they have on a lot of lives, and certainly the communities that they're all in.
I've never spoken to a NASCAR driver that didn't have that very high level of integrity. So you're in a good group, Brendon. We're hanging out with David and the NASCAR guys. Real quick, I want to tell you something about radio. The way in radio, the shows that are really popular is that when something goes wrong and for some reason that show isn't on the air, the numbers of phone calls that come when something goes wrong tells you how popular that show is. Mm-hmm. Do you know which one gets the most calls when something goes wrong? The NASCAR races.
Yeah.
If we're scheduling a NASCAR race and you have these announcers, hey, right? And then all of a sudden, like there's a glitch, like a bird lands on the antenna or something.
Yeah.
The phones won't stop ringing.
That's right.
So you're in good company, Brendon, in a very popular sport. And the work you're doing with the Shriners is outstanding, both of you, David and Brendon. Do you want to leave us with a website?
Yeah, ShrinersHospitalsForChildren.org. It's a great website. You can go and learn a lot of information about Brendon's story and our racing programs, but also the hospitals and what you can do to help and raising awareness, raising money for the hospitals, and getting to know some neat inspirational stories. So ShrinersHospitalsForChildren.org. Go check it out, and the parents out there, have a conversation with your kids and encourage them to have a safe summer and good luck. Absolutely.
Good message. David Ragan and Brendon Wiseley, it's an honor to be able to say you've been on our show. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for what you're doing with the Shriners. I think that's the bigger thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Habitat for Humanity of Marion County is a ministry dedicated to improving lives by providing affordable and decent housing. Help them help others by visiting the Habitat for Humanity Ocala Restore at 926 Northwest 27th Avenue. To schedule a donation, give us a call at 401-0075 and we'll come pick it up. For more information, visit OcalaRestore.org. Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. Building homes, building hope, building community.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive